Okay, who's first?
Fire cannon and C.
You want to do the honors?
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Alright, so
It's gonna be
I'm on
your
the go
choice,
first.
right?
Yep. Should I pick before or after we draw cards?
I think you look at your cards and then you pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was after the first round. The first round was supposed to be random.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Who goes
random?
first?
yeah,
No,
so
regardless of what.
Pete goes first. Yzma can mulligan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
was after. Yeah, I was trying to remember. I thought that did make sense. So you
Mulligan,
get mulligan.
eh? Alright. I'm just gonna draw some new cards.
Yep.
Oh my god. That's a horrible hand.
Right, so everything's set up. We are moving to another. I'm going to the second voice channel and then I start the game for you.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck, have fun.
Cool beans. Thanks.
And
Yzma,
there we go.
Pete.
Indeed.
I'm gonna change my color so I can have more interaction ability.
Yeah, you do that. You took my color, but I can see the hands.
Yes,
let's
you get the
see.
honorable privilege. You'll have to tell me if I
Yeah, so I
don't.
can also tell you the goals. Pete has ruled the round, win big, strike rich, and round up. So I think
Yeah.
that's the 4 hardest goals. Which one is the last one?
To be fair, I'm having
Yeah.
trouble remembering all the goals
The
just
goals
by name.
The goals he doesn't have is spend 6 power at one location.
Yeah, Pete's one of the ones I haven't seen played in quite a while, unfortunately.
Yeah. So
So maybe it's a good thing I'm watching him since he could be a
Mhm.
potential opponent.
Oh, a child out on Marcus Huss already. That's annoying.
Let's see. So he has the starting your turn with allies totaling 10 or more strength at a single location. You start your turn with at least 3 items at a location.
Yes.
Gain at least. That's the one he doesn't have. Win big.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah,
has
that
win
is
big.
sad.
It's
Oh, he does have win big. Okay.
uh
So that means power play is the one he doesn't have?
yes.
Okay. Spend at least 6 power at one turn while Pete is at this location.
So he doesn't need to do that.
He lost
Quite
like one of the
convenient.
medium ones in my opinion.
And spend 6
Rule of
power
Realm
on one turn. That's not hard
I guess that's a good point.
because of the bandits. You just play 3 of them at the same time. Down.
Is there any conditions that are likely to trigger in this game? Besides
Outrage
superiority.
might trigger from moving Kronk. Let's see. Definitely Sneaky Pete. No, it's not Sneaky Pete. The one that when you draw gain 3 power and draw 2. That's the one, Mischief.
Yeah, did he play that or did he just discard that?
Since it's, I think
It looks like it was a discard actually
might have been
from him doing that.
Yzma discarding.
Oh, Yzma just spending her turn to discard. And
There's Kronk and Superiority and 2 more Eavesdrop. I don't think Waco has played any Eavesdrop. It might be bad. And let's
ooh,
see
we're
if he
playing a
managed that goal.
game.
Oh, not if she win that goal, that's for sure. Only 2 power, paid for itself, but now 1 card, 1 copy of play games gone.
Trying to remember what does play. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, gain power equal to the sum of their cost, and discard them. That's a little, not too bad. Get 2 power out of the ordeal.
Yeah, he didn't win, but he didn't lose important cards. It would be worse if he lost the Steamboat Wheelie.
Now, what's his fate gonna be? Oh, yep, superiority. Where's Waco gonna say he has to be faded?
Good question.
Where
I
will
would
he?
almost, yeah, meet up makes sense since it's already blocked.
See, the only thing we won't really get here is we won't hear what they're saying to each other, so we therefore won't know if there
Hmm.
was a.
Let's see
Oh,
what's in there.
first time wrong lever was applicable early.
Ah, I can see
Actually, I think
why.
that's a good use of wrong lever.
That's because the two cards left is wrong lever and Cusco. I don't know. I'm not sure if Waco knows that. If he picked the randomly or because he knew Cusco was there.
So the fourth location has Cusco?
Yes, he will see a
Oh.
place Kronk, probably at the child because that's
Oh
where it is.
shoot. Perhaps
So
the wrong lever might reveal Cusco's there.
yeah, but
Because
it could also be other cards like Beware the Groove that just can't be played, or Path of Righteous. We don't
I
know
guess
that.
that's a good point.
And he doesn't know that. Maybe. I didn't see him play Eavesdrop. But if,
Yeah, Yzma can have some speedy wins if she just does
yeah,
forgoes any of
yeah,
the investigation. Just goes,
yeah,
let's see what's here. Let's see what's there.
yeah. Time pause because there is only a condition. So Yzma has two Eavesdrop and Kronk. He will probably play Kronk to the hut and then use Eavesdrop. If he uses on the meat hut and sees Cusco, he's going to try to speed for after them or Cruel Irony.
Oof.
Because there is
See, this is
a after them inside the discard pile.
this is one of the big problems about practicing, especially if you're only practicing with yourself.
Oh, he's
Practicing
discarding
against
Eavesdrop.
Yzma is almost impossible
What?
because
What
oh he
is
played Kronk.
what is Weka
Oh, he's
doing?
deciding where to put Kronk.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you put it
I'd
in the
be
mid
real
hut?
sad.
This is so weird. So I guess he's going to use either Ferocity, which he doesn't have, or Guards. He has one Ferocity in the discard pile. So if he's planning to do that way, he need to Fate Pete and wait for a Ferocity. So that's an odd play to push Kronk there, unless this is a really good
I
plan.
think Waco has made the
Wacko.
assessment that Cusco is not going to be in the fourth pile from that.
Could be.
At least based off how it's reacting, because
Yeah.
blindly putting Kronk at the first position is a little intriguing to me. I would almost rather put him at the Pacha's house if I had thought
Yeah, if you're going
Cusco
to
was
put him
not.
blind, you put him in the middle so you don't need to move him so much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yzma has the dagger and the guards, so Kronk will definitely be
No,
swinging
that'd
after
be a good
Cusco.
question after the game to go, is
Mm-hmm.
to ask why he put
Oh
Kronk to the
no!
left.
Cusco's going to get discarded. He's regretting not saying playing Kronk there. Oh god.
So
Poor
that means
Yzma.
we shuffle among the three. Well, I guess. Oh boy. Is it shuffled among 4 decks or 3 decks
Yeah,
when
you
Cusco's
create four
reshuffled?
new decks when Cusco is discarded.
Okay. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fate in retaliation, I guess. I probably would not silly instead of Donald.
What's knocked silly do?
And you discard any card that's 2 power or more when you reveal 5 from the top. So all cards but Sneaky Pete goes away. That includes Steamboat Willie and Airstrike. This is a really good fate for Yzma.
Oh yeah, airstrike. One of the most direct removals in Villainous.
Mm-hmm. CP.
It is a lot of power.
Yeah, he's not going. When he wants to stockpile power because of. No, he didn't have a call. Okay. He's going to play a lot.
Played a
Yeah,
bandit
yeah,
and getting bank loot.
yeah, he will get the rule the realm now because Yzma cannot fate next turn. So that's 1 goal from Pete done.
Okay. I think Pete was one of the better designed villains in my opinion.
I think so too. I just think he should have more goals than just 5.
So you basically think he should have more goals he potentially doesn't have in
Yeah,
play on the game?
yeah.
Okay.
Instead of just
Could be
one.
fair.
One goal will not be in this game. Well, that doesn't make that much of a difference except for the positions. For some of the goals.
That's fair.
I think they were a little bit careful, but it's still good.
See, I think you could go either way. Either you add more goals or you just make it 4 goals that are randomly sorted. Either or it ends up about the same thing. If we're trying to make him at least overall more into the competitive scene,
You have the
I think
superiority.
reducing the 4 goals would be a very intentful choice. Interesting. He chose the one of his fate locations.
And there's another
Uh,
child. Uh,
ooh. Was there options besides the chat? Oh, I guess I can check myself.
yeah, we can check both of us.
There
Uh,
was options besides. Okay.
I wouldn't pick Patch. I would probably done Red Groom and shuffle Chick.
I would do Pacha just because then you could
Chick
shuffle one
Dragon.
of the decks you don't know about with
I think,
the deck that you just looked in.
I suppose.
The power of illusion is really strong against Yzma, in my opinion.
I think Patch's effect is a little weak for being one of the 2 major heroes.
Ah, he's 4 strength, so right? He's 4 strength.
Yeah, so guards won't be able to kill him alone, but
So I think
Gromp
that's
still
his
can.
big edge is he's hard to kill, but the ability to shuffle or mix up 2 of her decks, and you don't even have to choose any. You could choose to shuffle none.
Yeah. But if you don't use
You,
effect, it's just a body, and that's boring.
that's true, but the shuffling does have an effect, in my
Oh,
opinion.
that's nice, because now Strike It Rich is at the end of the board, and not in the middle.
Ah, strike it rich.
3
Sorry, I'm
items
not
at one
used to the
location.
lingo yet. Start your turn with at least 3 items at this location. So strike it rich is now in the middle of the board, right?
No, it's the far right. And the
Far
item
right.
that goes there is Steamboat Willie, and that's in the discard pile.
Oh. And
So,
strike it riches have 3 items.
mhm.
Granted,
Usually hard to
wouldn't that
go.
mean he needs one more item to travel over there then?
He needs 3 items unless he retrieves Steamboat Willie with the parrots, and he has 2 in his hand.
Ah, got you.
And there's a smash for the hammer, lost the peasant.
Oh, peasants? Oh, that's... See, Smash of Hammer's good if you know where Cusco isn't.
Yeah.
And
That,
even then, it's a risk.
yeah, Waco's strategy seems to be do it randomly because he's discarded all of his eavesdrops.
Sometimes it's more cost efficient, so...
If he
Interesting.
had used eavesdrop, he would have known where Cusco was last time and not smashed him.
That's a good point. See, is it worth it to use your resources to look at the deck, or is it more worth it to use your resources to?
Fin the decks. In this case, it was not worth it to fin the decks because he revealed both the
Yeah.
wrong lever and just defeat discard Cusco.
Ooh,
There
did
he's
we see
got the
another play a game?
play again. I think they stacked it before with the sneaky piece.
Okay. Well, he's got half his objectives. I'm in favor of Pete winning right now.
Let's see. I'm not yet because the 2 goals are Strike It Rich, have 3 items at this location, and have 10 power at the other location. So I wouldn't count on Pete yet.
So beware the groove. Oh, okay, good. I was like,
Yeah.
we saw where Tipo went.
Yeah. So 1 kid is dead and is almost permadead. There's one peasant, one groove left for him to shuffle back the kids. And there's a horse with Pete in his hands to move another item, but he has no other items to play. And Jalop is also in the discard pile. He's going to need his parrots to get them back. Really, I would have played Fake Funeral just to gain some power.
Oh, he just did. He did.
I think he actually played.
Is this he put
no,
him?
I think
He just put it with all the cards, making it look like he was discarding it.
I think he played the Path that Rocks to remove the power from Kronk, actually.
Yeah, that's what I said. He discarded all the other cards, but he played the Path of Rocks basically while he was pulling them out of hand.
Yeah,
So that's why it looked so similar.
but Fake Funeral would have been good. It would have given him 2 power. And let's see, he has now an Eavesdrop, a Smash with the Hammer, and Imperial Guards, and after them. Pretty good if he actually decides to use Eavesdrop. If Cusco is in
Yeah.
the palace now, he wins.
Let's see. 1 card, 3 card, 2 card. 3, 1, 3, 2. Yeah, an eavesdrop would be really nice right now because the odds you'd hit Cusco by accident are pretty high right now.
See, 8 power for Pete. He's not going to achieve that yet. Yzma should win and Eavesdrop. Yzma should fake and have Eavesdrop, I mean. Go to Patch's house. Alright, do you have a plan? After them. Please do it at the palace. That's good. That's even
Oh,
better.
there is Cusco there.
There's an Yzma win.
Oh. Oh.
We need to ask if it was gut there was reaction because I
Boy.
don't think we would know.
Yeah, that I guess that can happen. I know it can. Ooh. In that case, a Pacha could have been helpful.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be helpful for Pete if Pete had an inkling where
Okay.
it was.
So we had Yzma win that first.
And she went second.
And then the next game we have good old Pete deciding if he goes first or second after he sees his hand.
Yeah. And see his goals. But I think it will make much of a difference.
Oh, and did you see the timer for that? I didn't even keep track. Was that like 10 minutes?
Total, it wasn't even. Total, it probably was 10 minutes, but not. I don't think any went under 20 minutes. Let's see.
Okay. That was a quick game.
Okay, so Pete has power play, spend the 6 power, strike rich, start with 3 items, through the realm, more heroes and allies, more allies than heroes, and
How
run
you
up.
look at the underside of something?
Alt shift.
Hold shift. Oh, that's so much more handy.
Alright, so Yzma is going playing second, looks like.
Boy, that's so convenient. Oh, I can't do it to someone's hand. Okay. Be cool if you could.
No, you're not that lucky. Pete is going to start with fating, superiority.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess he
I
does
would
get
go there.
superiority out of hand at the very least, and helps you control where the fate is. So
That's a good play to make sure she has full access to the jungle or the meat huts. Oh, and there's Kuski right away. What was in that pile?
wait,
Oh,
what?
Beware the groove, and Pathritis. Yeah, sorry, Pete. That was a good
Holy
superiority.
cow! Granted, if Pete, if you get any of the other cards to get rid of Cusco.
Yeah,
At
and
least right now there's tons of fates to solve it, but it
yeah,
just means
but still,
force the Pete to fate spree.
Yzma has right side hand master. She will get Kronk in her hand next turn. So she will probably go to the
So
new
so
path.
wait, Yzma just blindly superiority there, and then just got Cusco.
Yep. There's no other way. And
She's like, okay, don't need that hand anymore.
Kronk goes to her hand. Alright, she needs a dagger or guards. Right? Yes. And auxiliary probably. There's nothing for
And
Horus to
that
do.
one power mattered because it let her use right hand man to
Okay.
get Kronk.
Alright. He goes there to discourage fate, so Pete can't do much as his fate location. As
Yeah,
bad as that at this
unfortunately as
point.
him, I'd still be tempted to. Ooh, he's opting to speed rush his own side of things.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, I think. Yzma is just going to discard heavily until she got the strength to kill Cusco. Alright, we go to the jungle, play Kronk for free power, discard the rest of her
See,
hand.
I'm more concerned if she gets a superiority to hand.
Well, if she gets the dagger, she wins next turn. Or if she gets the guards, she wins next turn. She didn't. She got guards. If Pete doesn't get Cusco out or Child out, she wins next turn.
Wait, how's he playing something?
Jalopy is on the field.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry, I forgot.
Moment of truth. Will Pete manage to stop Yzma before she wins?
No superiority. Okay.
Nope. All right. What do we got? What do we got?
See,
Wait,
as soon as you find out there's
on
no
the run. Damn it! Sorry, Yzma. I hope you actually play eavesdrop this
choose a
time.
hero in Yzma's realm, shuffle that hero and all Yzma's figures. Oh my gosh. The rush to play Croc. Waco's like, oh, glorious moment.
Yeah.
And then on the run, it's like, oh.
And at least on the run is gone now.
One card down.
Yeah. Two more to go. Yeah, because now with only the kids will save Cusco if she finds him.
Well, technically there's a few others.
And not that can be done in one fate action.
Actually, that's a good point. It takes
Uh,
multiples
on the
of
run
the others.
wasn't the only way. If there was a hero at the palace, he could have blocked it so Yzma couldn't spend any power to play the card and vanquish.
That's true. Money denial is not thought of as a common way of stalling someone, but it is a way.
Mm-hmm. Yzma is not eavesdropping. I'm going to have to ask Waco's strategy for never using eavesdrop.
Fair. If you think of the statistics, your fate decks are full. There's a 12.5% chance you'll hit Cusco if you're just straight up smashing with a hammer,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty low. Whereas finding Cusco with an eavesdrop, you're got a 25% chance to find him. So,
And you also
in
know
terms
if
of
there's a good
costs and
place to use
time,
superiority on.
uh,
Let's see, Yzma got guards, dagger, after them, and eavesdrop. So she got plenty of tools to find Cusco now. Pete is not close to any of his objectives at the moment.
yeah, he got faded pretty decently. Let's see. Pluto does what? Remind me.
Now he's discarding.
We're moving the
Let go.
item.
Are you playing after them? Yes, you are. Chica?
Well, might as
Waco?
well if you have Kronk already there.
Alright. So, yeah, Yzma is not going to go there anyway unless she really has to fate.
Okay.
She can
Well,
go.
at least Yzma stalled for a bit, so
She can just go to the pads and vanquish immediately,
let's see.
and the +2 power is useful.
When we check the decks, we must search all of Yzma's decks to not give her any hints.
Yeah.
Oh,
Discarding a lot.
a lot of the path that rocks are gone, which means
Both are
path
gone.
of righteousness might be a stall, a major stall here.
Yeah, if you finds them.
So if Kronk is set on the path of righteousness while he has the dagger, does the dagger still go to the player's hand?
No, the dagger is on Kronk, but it doesn't do anything.
So like essentially if Kronk becomes a hero and they have to refine Kronk, the dagger would more or less when the dagger's played, when the dagger would be discarded. Oh, so it's just whenever the dagger's discarded. So
Yeah. So
so the
when the
dagger
dagger
would
is
come back to
played,
hand.
it's either in the player's hand or in the realm.
Wait, I just realized technically if you discard the dagger when you use a discard action, it returns to your hand.
It does.
It's a dagger you can never let go of.
Nope. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not liking how there's so many fates on
Yeah, Pete needs rule the realm, so he needs to clear out heroes to win this. Yeah, he got outraged, which allows him to defeat a hero if Yzma moves someone. But she's not going to move Kronk in a while.
yeah,
I
that's a little unfortunate.
I do wonder why she didn't go to the palace to vanquish. Oh,
Can
maybe she did.
potentially see why, because it's only
No, she
potentially
did.
3 useful actions.
Yeah, Cruel Irony. Is she going to vanquish Smash with Hammer, or is she going to go after them? Yeah, there's something. All right, after them. Where is after going to happen? In the jungle. All right. We got the wrong lever. Nothing to lose. Bucky can't be destroyed by Kronk. That's annoying. And the peasant. Right, so Teepu can be shuffled back in with Beware the Groove, so Pete knows that at least. But we also know that Kuski isn't in jungle.
Oh, it's a bummer because the peasant was played by Waco, so Waco obviously would not put Tipo back in.
Of course not. We also have a Furiosity in hand. Yzma should hang on to Furiosity, even if she can't trigger from a hero yet. But the child is likely to come out. And Yzma probably is going to Fate next turn, and let's see, Minnie and Mickey are likely to show up.
Yeah, with all the fates.
Mhm. No superiority. Is it? Yeah, he's shuffling back the child immediately. Shuffle that and up to two fate decks if you wish.
Yes, I like his pick here. I don't know if he knows Cusco's in that first pile.
Did we know where it was? Had you checked?
I did check. Cusco was in that first pile.
He was at the palace. Alright.
But he might not be now, so.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he's still in the palace.
You know you only check the bottom of the decks when you do that.
I know.
But Cusco is in the palace, we know that now. And
I
she
just
can
got
smash it.
lucky.
There's a child, that's good. And a peasant.
Oh. Ooh.
Alright, so cruel.
Uh,
So Yzma will win next turn if she goes after them on the palace.
and she has it in hand, I assume.
Yes. She has a cruel irony, but she will be able to afford it. And this
Oh, and that fate
Mickey?
action's blocked. Oh.
Yes, so if Waco
But
gets lucky, he wins. Question is, will he? Because he had never checked in any deck ever. He has only been lucky with a yeah.
that's a good point. What if he smashes with a hammer that first deck?
No, don't do that. Stop doing it, Waco. Waco is literally playing Whack-a-Mole by blindfold and getting lucky doing it.
Hey, luck is no a lot of her cards in the first place. Is she
Alright.
gonna go for it? Let's see.
Yeah, cool irony. Are we doing after
Wait,
that?
wait. Discard
Yeah, it
pile.
must be after that.
Oh.
Where is it? Oh, it's going to win. No. Oh yes, there was a child there.
Okay, I'm glad there was a Chaka. I didn't realize there was a Chaka in there. And there's a Pacha.
Wait, there was 5 cards in that deck?
Yeah, I just realized that. How is there 5 cards in that
That's,
deck? Let's see. When you
should
use
be
a
done
Beware the
even.
let's see. Beware the Groove. Deal the cards as evenly as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was not even.
How did that? Uh, it should have been. No.
The only way to have a pile of 5 fake cards that would be if you shuffle it to get 10 cards.
Uh, so yeah, there was a total of 7 cards. So 3 and 4 should have been the piles.
Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, they did add Tipo. Oh yeah, Tipo was in there, so it would have been.
That would still have been
Wait.
7.
Oh, Wacko decided to just do that thing where he shuffled it today. And Zapacho was helpful to him. Okay.
I had to need to go back and watch the photos
Ironic.
later.
Interesting enough, 4 more fates and they're through the fate deck.
Let's see.
Can
Still though,
Yzma vanquish without her vanquish action on the board?
nope.
So she at least will have. Oh, what pile are you gonna pick?
Beware the groove. Path of Righteous. Get the child back.
Oh my gosh. It's
Even a
all.
profile for that would be. Yeah, true. But I didn't see the other part having 4 in it. Did they shuffle House and Pass together? Maybe it did.
We'll have to look,
Yeah, I had to
unfortunately.
check the footage later. That's fair. I mean, this is
Too
part why
much has
you
been
would
revealed by
have
now.
1 judge and 2 commenters that are not the same people. Because it's hard to comment and have an eye on everything.
You know, I wouldn't have done that because now if you get a superiority, Chaka's in that pile.
But he,
Oh,
oh yeah, and now
yeah,
Kronk
Cusco's
is a
up.
hero. Wait,
Wait, what happened?
I think Yzma smashed with the hammer.
Yeah, she smashed with the hammer the fourth pile though.
Wait, let's join them.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Hello?
Yep.
Hi.
That was very fast. I need to review the footage later.
What do you mean?
Uh, did you play Smash It to the Hammer to get rid of the last two Fate cards? So what do you do?
Oh yeah, you mean yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
it didn't
I
matter.
did that.
Well, I was fate locked, so it didn't really matter.
all right. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
so who went first that second game? Remind me.
Me.
Pete.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Waco. It feels like you've been very lucky this game. You
I
never played
wasn't.
eavesdrop.
No, I never did. Never did.
So you just
Yeah,
found Cusco a lot of time by sheer luck.
I never play eavesdrop ever. It's too expensive.
Oh, I was thinking.
But
Sometimes
yeah,
it's expensive, but I don't think. Well, that smashing Cusco was a dumb thing.
well, that was really annoying. That's exactly what I don't want to do. Yeah, I got lucky in the first game that he was here, Cusco, because
Yeah.
if he was here, then it would have been a long trip.
Didn't you suspect anything when
Yeah.
he played the wrong level on his own?
Uh, well, maybe. And then Lemon was forced to play Cusco first turn, which was pretty
Hurt.
nuts.
Oh
Yeah, that
boy.
was fun.
Uh, the first turn it doesn't hurt too much because I don't have Kronk, and so you have time to get him out of there.
It'd be even sadder is if Krunk was there already,
Uh,
and then it's like, oh, I just gave you Cusco.
yeah.
That's very
Oh,
unfortunate. Hmm.
Right, that's Pete's out. Quick games.
so I
I'm
get to
sorry,
Well,
Pete,
face
you weren't
Yzma
close
next
in any
round.
of the
Got
games.
it.
Yeah, yeah, more Kang. Yeah, more. What's what's our group card? Council Kang battles, and then Pete will face Syndrome, which will be an interesting game.
mhm.
It
That
will be.
will be.
Uh,
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think Syndrome is a slight disadvantage because there comes a point where Pete can't really be stopped if Min is still out
Oh
and it
yeah, you're
doesn't really
right.
cover.
I do have to face. Yeah, I do have to face Syndrome.
yeah, so you're facing Jarek.
Oh gosh.
That game could go both ways.
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
it's been fun, but it's basically over for me at this point. Yippee.
I hope not, because Pete is really cool. He's just a tough character to win with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
P is always intriguing. I think he's well designed. I'm curious. I was talking about we were talking about this in terms of maybe giving either Pete more things to potentially do or
More
more
goals.
competitiveness. What would you say if there's only 4 goals for Pete rather than 5, and so it's just randomly placing them, if you will, rather than just random 4 of 5?
That would be interesting, but I also feel like let me stop that. I also feel like it's very much like I don't know how helpful that would be because so much of his deck is just a generalist. Like there are cards like the only one I could think of that would make sense to remove would be probably Roundup. But even then, or not Roundup. Wait, no Roundup.
I
Yes,
would
the
remove a
Denali.
big win because that's the only one that's completely luck based.
Well, if you remove Win Big, then you just make like you make. Let's see, that removes
Uh,
3, 4. That's 4 copies of Play a Game. Sneaky Pete and Mischief are mostly irrelevant now
a little,
because
unless you
now
see
you're
win big as your power generators.
well. That's true, but Sneaky Pete and Mischief are basically designed around the idea of using them with to win big to complete win big with Play a Game.
Well, in
So
most of the matches, then in some of the matches, then there's still dead cards with that argument when you don't have win big as one of your goals.
yeah, that's true. It's still useful. It's still useful, especially if you want to stack some really good cards in your hand for next turn,
Yeah,
or a
or
card that like wins you the game or something
you
like
can
that.
even use
But
the big win to make. Uh, let's see, sneaky. Well, sneaky Pete is still good because you draw a card and you can shuffle in a
definitely,
bad
but
card and
more so. Well,
make that take the hit from you knocked silly.
Well, the thing is that it's like how Bandit is useful in all situations, but when you're using like Bandit's ability is like lasering on the idea of you're using it to complete power play.
Yeah, but
It's like the same idea.
yeah,
Sneaky
but
P
if you want to
and Mischief,
do that good
they're
with
good.
bandits, you still
But
need a lot of power.
yeah, but the thing is like they're good, but you're gonna like they're kind of lasering in on the idea that you're going to be using their ability to help you to help you stack the favor and play a game. That's more like out of all of them, if we kept the cards the same, we changed nothing about the cards, I would probably remove Roundup the most likely because that's the only one where it's a little bit more irrelevant to the card's abilities overall. Especially if you get because you can get it with Rule the Realm, and now you're playing 2 games of removing of trying to move all your fate cards around or moving all your allies around, which is the most annoying part of the game is doing that part.
If you think that's the most annoying part of the game, then Perfectly
Ah,
Wretched is not a good expansion for you.
Not not like well obviously not like part of the game isn't like a general, but that's like just the part of Pete that is the most irritating is having to do the effort of moving all your allies to one concentrated location after you do rule the realm.
What I'm noticing too is on his realm, when players obviously like targeting your third location to block the fate spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that also happens to block your move an item and ally action as well.
That
Is
too. And Steamboat Willie helps a little bit, that's but again that's one card and it's one of your most expensive. There was a change I saw, and I think it was I forget who did it, but it was someone who did a video where he took all of the sets up to Despicable Plots and balanced all of the villains as he saw them fit. And
Mhm.
when he got to Perfectly Wretched, he said he wasn't going to change Corella or Gothel, but for Pete, he did one change, which was to replace the ability of Airship Cargo to be a Vanquish action, and that is the one change that I would 100% like support because I feel like that's the one change that Pete needs in order to be way more viable. It's just the ability to vanquish more often than just every other turn at minimum. Because
That's a fair
Airstrike doesn't do
point.
it. Airstrike doesn't do it because you usually save Airstrike for one of the mice, and it just
Yeah,
makes it more
because
streamlined to match the amount of fate that you would be experiencing.
I'm just
Mm,
realizing alone, if you're
I'm
being
not sure.
faded every turn, technically the only way you can take you to match their fading, you'd have to vanquish every turn as Pete, and that's not possible with that unless you use the one or two
And
specific cards.
an outrage is useful, but most of the time you're going to play against an opponent that knows that. Like I was banking on the point that at some point Yzma would move one of her allies, but she never did.
Mm.
Or
That's
when
because
she did,
Yzma
it was
often doesn't need to do it.
but
Unless
most
she
of the time
wins
you'd
her
think that there
delay.
would be. Well, I mean, at a certain point, Yzma would have to move something at least once, even
Yeah,
if it's just
outrageous.
to finish the job.
Outrage is so good.
Yeah, so Pete has
Outrage
8
move.
heroes.
Yes.
At most, to win, you need 7 allies.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
Pete
need
is super cool.
Pete is definitely fun. I really like him. It's just
there's
more
9
so.
plus 2. You need 11 allies to get rule the
It's more
realm.
so he has the allies. He has the ally
Yeah.
requirements. The issue is just he doesn't have enough vanquished to make use of them. More so, most of the time you just end up getting rid of 1 or 2 with outrage and just hoping you don't get faded too much with ally or with heroes.
I don't think he needs that buff.
I mean, I just like again, I feel like the only change I would agree with would be the airship cargo one because that just makes sense and it also because he already is doing well with power.
I
He
see.
has a very solid power gain. It's just more so he needs he needs a little bit more help when it comes to vanquishing because you'd still have to pay the power, you'd still have to play it to airport, it's still susceptible to mini, it's still able to be moved by Pluto. Just that ability to organize everything is what I feel like would make it a little bit easier for him.
Hmm.
Still about the same balance, still about the same level of like difficulty, but just a little
He's
bit easier
fun.
to make it make it a little bit more.
I just don't agree with that Pete needs a buff if the Cruella or Gothel doesn't need.
What did you say?
I don't really agree with that Pete needs a buff when he thinks that Cruella and Gothel doesn't.
Well, it wasn't really a buff. It was more like a balance change to make him like just better overall
That's
to play.
That's the definition of a buff.
Well, not really a buff. Like more, not really a buff, but more just so. Like for example, he changed the technically it's a buff, but more so he was just trying to balance everything, or more so he was just trying
And that's how
to.
you balance. You make either something better or
So a
worse.
buff would be defined as, in my opinion, as something that makes it overall more powerful. Well, I guess that's a good point. It would be technically we're a buff, but it
Find
wouldn't
that.
be in the sense that technically it didn't give anything additional, it just switched something.
By the definitive argument, it would be a buff, but more so he was doing stuff such as making like the conditions in the original set now based around defeating heroes with 3 strength, just so it matched every other hero or every
Yeah,
other condition of that goal.
kind of
He
what they did
made
in I2E, yeah.
he made greed for Prince John now 5 just because of the idea that it's very less often that someone's going to hit 6. Let's see, what else did he do? He like just basically it was just some minor
I
stuff. One of the
think.
big ones one of the big ones he did were for
Are you talking about Where Are the Greats
Gathron
video?
and Horn King. What'd you say?
Are you thinking Where Are the Greats video? Because this feels familiar. I think I've seen this video.
I think it's a. Let me find it. I have it. I think I have it somewhere pinned that I could find it again.
So next up, we're gonna have New Mal versus Rat.
It was Luke Jones.
Oh, Luke Jones.
The balance was from Luke Jones.
I think I've seen it.
But yeah, I agree with his point. That's kind of all I would do for Pete. But yeah, no point. Crying over spilled milk. I'm going against Syndrome.
I only agree to the point that I would change so he doesn't have 2 items that gives him 1 power. But I'm not sure what to do instead. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and that's why I want to track more data. Because if I track enough data, I should be able to start tracking. Oh, by this action being applied slightly more often, it improves Pete's chances of winning.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Would be
If anything,
interesting.
he could benefit from more goals. That make it even more interesting.
That would be fun. That's that kind of I kind of want to do that now. Like I had an idea last night to come up because I remember that article that someone posted that was like ranking all the villainous boxes, and it mentioned that Gaston's gameplay doesn't really match well with anything in the movie. And I was like, what if we did a movie accurate Gaston build and like we just tooled all the cars that involved obstacles to be more in line with the movie? Like maybe
That's
something along
probably
the
a
lines
good
of
subject
well,
for the
like
Villainous
well, it's like
podcast.
maybe something along the
Oh,
lines of defeat
hey, Jack.
Beast while it was like defeat Beast while Maurice is captured or something like that, and you had to use the Monsieur to capture Maurice or whatever.
All right, I'm
So
Yeah,
just
maybe
gonna
but
I
go
should
update the tables. Check in with you guys in a minute.
yeah,
all right. Well,
good.
good game, Wacko. That was
GG's,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck in
Good
your
luck
next
in the
game.
next one.
Thank you.
Bye bye.